What's up, guys? I just made another crappy purchase. No, not really. I ended up getting another engine, even though I don't need any. Don't even have a stand for it. But it was too good of a deal to pass up. I got it for like $75. And, you know, it's spun freely, and we're gonna see. I mean, it's worth more than that in scrap. If not, you know, I'll pull off the heads and see if they're not cracked. And if they're not cracked, I'll sell them, and I can make a pretty penny on it. But hopefully it's going to be a builder and it's going to go in the old work truck, not necessarily the Ford because it's a Chevy. But what I ended up getting is a Vortec out of old Suburban. I believe it's out of 96 Suburban. So it has the good Vortec heads on it, and I'm hoping that I could at least make some money off those if the bottom end's not rebuildable. He said it turned over but it wouldn't start, and I don't really know much about it besides that. I'm hoping everything, it's hard to tell on these motors, but I'm hoping it's a 350 and not a 305 because they made 305s in these years. This is the Vortex that were made, I think 96 to 99, right before the LS series motors came out. So it's like an older Vortec. So I don't know, I won't really know if it's a 350 or a 305 until I pull off the heads. Everything's looking like a 350, but we'll have to hope and see. Plans, if I do rebuild it, I will probably turn it into a 383 stroker, throw it in the old work truck, slam the old work truck, and then, you know, throw a posi in it and have a little bit of fun, you know. But if it's not, I'm probably gonna part it out, you know, sell it as is, just see what I can make off of it if it ends up being junk. But at least we'll get a teardown video, and we'll see what it is, what it's all about, see if it's any good at all. But here it is. Sorry about the lighting again, but it's hard. I gotta have the bay door open, and the noise is probably from the fan over there. It's pretty complete. He took the alternator. He would have gave me the AC, but I didn't want it anyway. He took the starter too, because both those were brand new. So I'm hoping it was a running engine there for a while. Nothing special about it. It'd be a 350 small block or a 305, so it's still small block Chevy. And I don't know. For everything you read online, that these heads are really good flowing heads, and a lot of the older small block guys, they like to take them off and throw them on older blocks. I really didn't get a good look at this guy or anything, so I'm hoping it's going to be all good. We'll see. But if I end up rebuilding it, it'll be another, you know, rebuild engine series like the Buick over there. It'll go down all the way to the block, and at least this one I'll be able to record, so I can show you everything on an older V8. I'll be learning in the process too, and you know, we'll do, you know, the port obviously, and all the little performance things I can do to it. But that's if it's a rebuildable, and it may end up being a 383 stroker if I do. I don't know if I'll go back to a 350. I don't know. I've always wanted one, and like I said, it's probably going to go in the old work truck, the old Faithful out there, still sitting. That truck, I've had it forever. It's been in my family. We bought it as a shell like years and years ago, and it's just done us really right. Threw a 4.3 V6 in it and a shitty transmission that I got for a couple $100. I bought the truck for $200, another $200 on a drivetrain, and it ran like a champ for years. And you know, it was the one truck that whenever I turned the key, I knew it was going to start no matter what, no matter how cold it was, no matter how hot it was always going to start. And it's been through me, through my uncle, through my brother, back to me, to my brother again, and he's the last one to have it, because whoever needed it, come and get it, whatever. It's a truck, you can throw anything you want in it. Like base model 88 square body Chevy, and like it didn't even have a headliner on it. Like it was just bare metal, and what I would do is I would have Sharpies, or not Sharpies, dry erase markers, and I would draw on it and stuff, and all my passengers would draw on it. Didn't even have carpet, it had the rubber floor. But good memories in that truck, and I do have it up for sale. but if nobody buys it, I want to keep it anyway. Probably keep it for my uncle when he gets back up here. But this will probably turn into a 383 stroker, switch it over to a carburetor, because this stupid EFI crap, like this shit, I don't know, people make good power out of them, but we'll just go to a carbureted so I can get a different intake, make it a little easier so I can throw other small block parts on it. I don't know how insane we'll go with it. Like if we do a 383 and stroke it out, you know, if it needs bored and honed, we may have to go bigger pistons, might go roller rockers, you know. Too much money, but then it will be a really strong motor and I'll have fun in that little white truck. I'll slam it and just have a good old time. But I don't know. I'm hoping it's good. It looks like it'll be alright. I know these heads are prone to cracking and that's what I'm concerned about the most. But besides that, you know, it's still worth its weight in scrap. I paid 60 for it, not even 75. I showed up, gave him $60. And you know, somebody will want the accessory drives, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. Looks dingy, but I can make it pretty. Stay tuned. We'll get a teardown video at least out of it and see what it's about, and I'll show you that evaluated engine. I didn't know if I thought about doing a video on how to buy an engine like this, and actually not just buy it like I did without knowing what it is inside, because I don't know, maybe a lot of people don't have the capability of rebuilding an engine like I do, or you know, completely from the ground up rebuild, even though, you know, I can teach you. A lot of people don't have the tools and they don't want to mess with that because it's a lot of time and money. But you know, I would have had a scope, and you know, maybe you don't have that, but I would have pulled a spark plug, shoved the scope down there, you know, one of those little fancy camera things with a light on it, you know, made sure everything was good, made sure it turned freely, dropped the oil pan if I could, you know. If this one wasn't in the car, it was already outside the car, which is not good. Ultimately, you'd want to hear the car run before you bought it, but a lot of times you don't get that pleasure, and these guys will pull the engines and put them in their garage forever, and you know, the condensation and the weather will just eat away at them. They'll rust the cylinder ring, the pistons inside the cylinders, and you know, it'll be seized, or sometimes they'll be too far gone. Like I've had it to where the valves were like rusted shut on the valve seats, and it was pretty much junk, but you know, I just didn't have the time to do it. I actually got to go and go to the hospital. My aunt's having a surgery today, or having a procedure done today, and I'm gonna go be there when she gets out. But besides that, I thought I'd give you a quick little update regarding the channel, I guess. I have a lot of content, a lot of editing that needs to get done. Probably the only reason why this comes out sooner is because they're easier. I just turn on the camera and talk, and there's not a lot of editing, you know. But I'll get your content out. I'll start rolling the videos out and start making time for it. Especially since I hurt my shoulder. I started a softball league, and you know, it's a boy-girl beer drinking league, and nobody takes it really serious. But I get there and I go hardcore, and I dive for a ball. I was playing shortstop, and I dived for a ball, and you know, I just hit my shoulder wrong. It didn't hurt then, but next time I was up to bat, I try to crank it because it's a boy-girl league, but I want to go yard. And it hurt really bad. It tweaked, and I'm trying to nurse it. I was told to stay off of it, but this engine came up, and I had to run and grab it. I mean, it was $60. That was for $75. And like I said, it's worth it. It's worth that in scrap at least. I can take it up to a scrapper place, and they'll give me that for it, just in cast iron weight. But hopefully it's buildable. If not, you know, I can part it out. Somebody will want the intake. Somebody will blah blah blah. Somebody will want everything eventually. You know, I need more junk in the shop that's messy as heck, so I can put it on the internet and try to sell it. But hopefully I decide to build it, and I try to show you guys how to do a budget 383 stroker build. If not, if I just build a 350 out of it, regardless, I'll show you how to do a budget 350 build, because I don't plan on spending $1,000 on this. And if I do a 383 stroker, I think I'm gonna spend like $500 alone on the stroker kit, but at least that will come with a crank, pistons, rod, and we'll just see how out of whack it is too, because sometimes you can get these and it's going to cost me more in machining than it would be to just buy a reman block, because I know you can go to places like Summit Racing and stuff and you can buy a 350 block clearance for 380 for a 383 crankshaft, and I think you only spend like $500-600 and it's a fresh block. I mean, at least I got the heads and everything, but there's no guarantee there. From what I read, these things are prone to cracking, even though I think like these are the best flowing heads you can get. Don't quote me on that, but for a 350, I think a lot of these engine builders like to run these Vortec heads because they flow, but you know, I can always make it flow better. Port and polish, baby, all day, every day. I don't know. I thought I would do this little video and say what's up to you guys, you know. Hope you guys are sticking around and stay tuned for more content on this channel, because I have it. I just need to put it out. Nobody else to blame but me. But for now, I'm gonna get an engine stand and hopefully get some recording done of the teardown. It won't be today, but hopefully I can get it done. I don't know. I'll talk to you guys soon, alright? Later.